welcome to Lori's Crafting Place.blogspot.com. So glad you could join me today. This is Fun Fold Friday, so I'm glad you're here. Today's card we're going to be doing is called let me just check real quick. It's a Pinwheel Tower. So it's a Pinwheel Tower Fun Fold. And this is one that I had done and showed, and then I said we'd make the card. And so there it is. Let's see. Guess I could start right there. And then you go that way, and you look this way, and this way, and then you're back to the beginning. And it's got that little, see that little square in there? And doesn't that look like a pinwheel? Looks like a pinwheel. So this is the card we're going to make today. Well, then we're not going to make this one. We're going to do a different one. And I have all the measurements and everything on here. And I will tell you as we go, and then I will have them down in the description box. So be sure to check that out. And this card is going to start with it'll fit in an A2 card, and it's 4 7/8 by 5 1/2. And let me see. And then let me tell you what you will need. You will need 4 that are cut at 2 by 5 3/8, 4 that are cut by 1 1/4 by 5 3/8, and then you're going to score, let's see, the thing in the middle, okay, the square, that one. Let me measure that one real quick. And I believe, yeah, oh, I have it on here. This is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square. And you're going to score this at 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's pretty easy. Okay. And that's going to make our little thing there. Okay, so let's get started. Let me get you down here where you can see what we're doing. So the first thing we want to do is, besides get you down here where you'll be able to see, I hope you can see that well. Okay, yep, I think you'll be able to see what I'm doing here. Let's get you a little more of that direction. Okay, so this is the one that I scored at 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it was going to leave a little tiny piece right over here. Little tiny edge. I think it's probably about 1/4 is what's left over. So I just put it on my paper trimmer. And let me lay it down here so you can see. And so remember, this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I'll take this out, and we're gonna score this at 1, and at 2, and at 3, and at 4, and it will leave this little tiny bit left. Okay, so then what we're going to do is, I'm going to get that out of my way. We're going to fold these on the score lines. Take your bone folder or your little spatula, whatever you like to use, and score these. Fold these on the scores. And then you'll have that little tiny one left. And I'm going to turn it this way. So you'll be able to see. See, I have a little tiny edge left. And that's what we're going to bring this over, and we're going to fold this so that we've got this square. Okay. And so what we're going to do is take some glue, and we're going to glue this down. I'm going to glue that right over there, lining it up. Here, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to lay it down like this. I think it'll work a lot better. There. So all I did was took it and folded it in half and laid it over that, and then that will help it to stick. Now we've got our little tube. Okay. Then, let's see now if I can remember what I'm supposed to do here. Then I have all these little pieces that we're going to use. Let me see. This is going to be my first set. So you need to have, remember I said you need 4 of these that are 2 by 5 3/8. And then you're going to make one that's a little smaller to put on the inside here. So you just take off a 1/4 inch on the sides, you know, when you're cutting it. And then we need a piece here. This little piece here is 1 1/4 by 5 3/8 right here. And you'll see where that's going to go in a sec. So this is To a Dear Friend, and then I stamped some leaves. Let me show you the colors I'm using. I used Shaded Spruce and Mint Macaron. And those are the colors that I used for this card. And then the stamp sets that I used were Plentiful Plants, and this is an old one. It's called Flowering Fields. And you can tell it's an old one because it's wood. They don't make the wood ones anymore. And so, which is a shame because I really like the wood ones, but that's what they did. So I stamped on here, and then I stamped the leaves on the stem, and then I'm gonna put this on this Shaded Spruce right here, leaving a border all the way around, and then we'll squish it down. And I pre-stamped all my things because I'm running late today because I had a doctor appointment and I've been making some other cards. I have to show you what I've been making. I got into making these crib cards, and it folds up into an A2 card, and then you open it up and you have this crib. Isn't that cool? So that's one card that I made, and with a little dresser right there. I think that was so cute. And then I did one of these tri-fold shutter cards, and it also folds up into an A2 card. And then it comes out like this. So here's this side of it. And then here's this side. I think it turned out cute. Well, there's that one, and then I have one more crib card right here, and it also folds up into an A2. And you open it up, and there's the crib. And then I put some little clothes inside to the crib. But I thought they turned out so cute. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. So I was running a little late trying to get these cards set up here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take and lay this flat. And I'm going to put this right on that fold. So I'm going to put some glue on here on this first little part of the tube, and then I'm going to take this and lay this down right there. Let me make, whoops. Oh, what happened to my glue? It dried that quick. I didn't want it to dry that fast yet. Just trying to see. When you're using darker cardstock, it's hard to see sometimes. And so then it's going to be hooked onto here like that. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to put this side down. I'm thinking I'm doing this right. And I'll save that one there for a minute. Let's save that one. And my next one, I I made a little window and a picture and a little bookshelf. So we're going to put that together really quick. And I used some of this DSP that looks like bricks. So I like that. So we're going to attach this. And it's the same size. All these big ones here are the same size. Okay, so we're going to stick this on here, leaving a border, making sure we get this even. And then smush that one down. Then I'm going to put my window. And let's see here. How do I want to do this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put some glue all around here. See where I'm putting the glue? And then I'll stick it. So I just put some glue, see? And then I'm going to stick it over this piece right here. That way if I have to trim any of it away, I can do that. Which I think I'm going to, because you can see there some of the yellow I don't want it to be seen. So I'm going to cut that off. Get that over there. Trim this up right here. Trim this other one up on this side. And then come down here. Trim that up. Oops, don't want to drop my scissors and lose them. And then I shall put this on here. I'm going to, see. I'm going to put this one on. I don't think I'm going to pop it up, because I'm going to pop up the shelf. So I think I'm just going to stick this on here like this. You can see what I've done. Then I'm going to take my shelf, and I love this little shelf. See that? I'm going to take that little shelf and I'm going to put some dimensionals on it. So let's see, I'm going to get that off of there, stick one right here, and put one in the middle, and put one on this end, and then peel off the backing. And I hopefully have them on here well enough that they're not gonna show. Yep, good, it's not. Okay, then I'm gonna put this down here. Yeah, right about there. So I got my shelf, my window, and then I have a little picture here. This little picture, I think it's cute. And I'm going to stick it on the shelf. So I'm going to put some, I don't know that I want to pop it up because it'll come up too high. So I think I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it. And stick it right about here. And so there's that one. So then this one is going to go right here. So we're going to put some glue on this one. I sure hope I'm doing this right, because it's been a while since I made this card. And so we're going to put it right on the edge here and push that down. Yep, I think we're doing it right. I think so. And then I'm going to come over here. So I'm going to smash that down again. Then we're going to come over here to the next one, which I have a little clay pot. Oh dear, my little thing came off. So let's stick that back on there. Okay. So on this one, I have this color of a DSP, some gray. On the other side, it has some brick, which is nice. I like it, but I'm gonna, I don't know. I like that brick. I'm gonna use that brick. Well, I'm changing it because I like the brick. I think it looks neat for a wall. So just made a change there. Gonna use my brick paper. I like that. Okay, then we're gonna put a clay pot, and I'm going to just glue that on there. See that clay pot? I think it's cute. Well, that's what I love about this one, this plentiful stamp set, because it has all of these things that you can die cut out. I got the die set too that goes with this, so you can cut all these out. It's really, really awesome. And then you've got this thing. This was a cool set they came out with. Anyways, and then I'm going to stick this plant. I'm going to make sure I can get underneath of that. And we'll put some glue on here. Make sure I can get that underneath there. So there we go. And then I have a little thing that says love you, and I think we'll pop that up on some dimensionals also. Now peel those off the backing, and we'll just put this across here like that. So there's that one, and then we're going to put some glue right here. So I'm going to come down here like this time. Whoa, I don't want to come off of it. There. And we're going to stick this right here. Okay. Sure we get it stuck on there. And we're almost to our last one. Okay, then we can smash it down on this side. Then we're going to take the last one here, which is this one. I think is so cute. Okay, so this time I have some wood looking DSP, which is designer or double-sided paper. And we're going to put that on this piece of shaded spruce here. And we'll stick that down like that. And then we have this little another clay pot. And this clay pot, I think I'm gonna pop it up. So let's get some of these dimensionals out here. Put one right there. And we'll put one, oops, brought the whole thing up, right there. Okay, and then we'll stick this down on there. I mean, these make, this set, I've used this set a lot. It was well worth getting the dies and the stamp set. And I'm gonna put this up here. Then I'm gonna take this plant, and I think, yeah, I don't have to pop it up, and I don't think I'm going to. So I'm just gonna put some glue on here, and we'll stick that in there. And then I have this, which I think is so cool. And I didn't pull out a gold brad, but you can and put that on there. I may use something else, put a pearl or something on there. And then this is going to go over. So I want to make sure I get some glue on here. At least I hope this is going to work. Because I haven't made this one. Let's see. I don't think I'll put glue on that little part down there. Okay, let's see how it works. So it's got to go like this. And oops, that's going to be in the way, but that's all right. It's okay. Like I said, I'm going to put a rhinestone or a pearl or something. And I have some pearls and oh, I have some rhinestones right here. Let's see. I could just take and put this one, make sure it's got sticky on it. And stick that right there. There. Okay, so this one is ready to go on here. So let's just put some around here. Oh, I went down and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go off of it. So let's get that off of there. There. Now we can stick this right here. Put that down. Okay, and then let's go back this way because I want to squish that one down. Okay. Okay, so there we have that. Now you can see we have these little parts that we need to fix and put on there. So we're going to come back to the first one. And it says, "You touched my heart." And let's see, I think what I'm going to do, I could put, yeah, I'll put that one on there because that's kind of like the last one. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it on this side and then put it down. So there's our first one. We're going to flip this one over here and we're going to take this one and put some glue on it and lay it down on here, and we're leaving a border all the time we do this. There's that one. Then we're going to flip it to this one and take this one, and I stamped some flowers on it, and we're going to put some glue on here. And put that right there. Let's mush that one down. And so then we have that one. And then we have one more to do, and that's this last one. And I've stamped some leaves on there too. I don't mean flowers. I didn't stamp any flowers. I did leaves. And we're going to stick that one on here. Okay, now I'm going to get the glue off of this. And now we're going to go look through the, okay, so here's our pinwheel, the shape. Here's the first one. You touched my heart to a dear friend. And then you go this way. And you have this. And then you go this way. And you have this one. See that? And then you're back to the beginning. And that is our Pinwheel Tower Fun Fold card. And here was the other one that I had done. This was a little taller. It was a little smaller in the middle. And I kind of like this size. So there you go. I hope you give it a try. It was not a difficult card at all. It was pretty easy. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, click the like button. Let me get you back up here. And until next time, happy creating. And if you would like, you can subscribe. And that just helps me get more subscribers. So anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate all my subscribers, and I noticed I got another new one, so thank you so much. And you have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.